We have a ton of information we're going to be going over today, talking about stablecoins and what this means for the crypto markets moving forward, what cryptocurrencies are going to benefit and the impact that they're going to have. If you enjoy this content, do me a favor and hit the like button, and hopefully by the end of this video you will become a subscriber. And so let's go ahead and jump right into it here. Let's take a look at this post here, that the New York Stock Exchange parent ICE to explore new products with Circle stablecoin tokenized fund, right? This is back in March of 2025. They're talking about using stablecoins for the derivative exchanges, clearinghouses, and other operations. The derivative market alone is worth $730 trillion, right? And so that is a massive market, and the stablecoin market is going to have a massive impact on the financial space. And we're going to be talking about that in this video. We have a ton of information to be going over. I have a few different video clips sharing the direction they are heading. And so make sure to stay throughout the entire video. And so while we're talking about the stablecoin market, right, USDC, Circle, has a massive portion of the stablecoin market. Well, Ripple is now in talks to acquire USDC. That would be massive, right? Ripple launched their stablecoin in December of last year, RLUSD. And now they are looking at acquiring one of the largest stablecoins out there. And so, if they do buy Circle, right, this could be massive for the stablecoin market. And so, I have video clips I want to take a look at here. Let's go ahead and take a look at this video clip here for the head of policy at Ripple. And so, she explains why it is important to be working very closely with regulators. And so let's go ahead and take a look at this video clip.
I'm ready. I'm an athlete, so let's do this thing. Hi, I'm Lauren Beliv, and this is Crypto in a Minute. It all comes down to my favorite quote from The West Wing. Decisions are made by those who show up. And in 2024, Ripple showed up. It was the Biden administration, and we were under Gary Gensler's reign of terror, where he issued over 100 different enforcement actions across the crypto industry. That is not regular order. So Ripple decided to really invest its time and energy in the political process, working tirelessly to educate bipartisan members on our technology and our work around consumer protection. We went to the DNC, we invested into the RNC, and we participated throughout the campaign cycle. And now we have the most pro-crypto Congress, as well as a pro-crypto president. We attended the inauguration along with the inaugural White House Crypto Summit. We are working with Congress as it puts pen to paper on bipartisan legislation that will define the next 100 years of our industry. And we are excited about all the potential that there is to come.
And so we know right there, right, that Ripple is working very closely with the legislation. Now we are getting very close to a bill passing, the Genius Act, for stablecoins. And so we're going to start seeing adoption of this technology, right? And Ripple is playing a big role in that. And so that's something to be paying attention to now. Let's go ahead and take a look at this post here from Ivan, right? Stablecoins settled over $6 trillion just last year. Just 3% of the global cross-border payments. And so this is just the beginning, right? Stablecoins have a massive impact. Traditional remittance services charge anywhere from 6 to 9% today, right? And take days to settle. Stablecoins move instantly with minimal fees and the ability to transact anywhere with an internet connection. We have a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to pass stablecoin legislation that empowers competition, choice, and reinforces the strength of the US dollar. And so they mention here that lawmakers must act now before the US falls behind. And so the Genius Act, I would expect that to be fully approved by July or August of this year. Then we will start seeing adoption of the cryptocurrency technology. Many cryptocurrencies will start benefiting from the utilization of the technology with stablecoins. We have banks that are talking about launching their own stablecoin as well, right? We are seeing a lot more adoption and discussion around stablecoins since Ripple launched their stablecoin in December, right? We also have Meta that is looking to enter the red hot stablecoin market. And so we have large financial institutions, right? BlackRock wants into tokenization, which is going to utilize stablecoins. We have banks that want to create a joint stablecoin. We have Meta, some of the largest companies in the world, looking into stablecoins, right? And then we have Chainlink here that is going to play a massive role, right? If you have not been following along with Chainlink, they are really setting themselves up to be the middleman of all of these stablecoins, right? And so let's go ahead and take a look at this video clip from the CEO of Chainlink.
Coins is going to happen with every other tokenized asset type. Stablecoins only became interesting to the government and only became interesting to society at large once enough of the underlying asset, the US Treasury, was in the stablecoin format. So once stablecoins passed 0.5% or 1% of total US Treasuries, then everyone started running around and caring about them and worrying about what is this format or what is this holder of US Treasuries. Firstly, that's going to happen with every other asset class and every other asset type. Then once you get to 0.5%, 1%, 2%, 5%, depending on the asset class, everyone in that asset class will be like, whoa, what is this thing that is now eating up all of these underlying assets as it converts them into this tokenized form? So that's something you're going to see generally, and you're going to see more bills, more legislation, and more rulemaking from the regulators about those different asset types. But for stablecoins, it's now reached a high enough level where it's become a key issue. So they need to make regulatory clarity happen. They need to make legislative clarifications on how it should be used properly, because it's basically big enough. From here, as it becomes bigger, it will only be even more important that you have regulatory clarity about how to use it, because the US wants as many stablecoins as possible to be backed by the US dollar and US treasuries. So if you actually accelerate the issuance of stablecoins, as the US government, you're accelerating distribution of the US dollar, which is adding and contributing to US dollar supremacy, US dollar reserve currency status, which is basically their main goal around here, which from their point of view is a very logical, very correct goal. So the stablecoin dynamic now has gone from some cottage industry thing that no one understands to big and important enough that we want more of it, because it has an impact on US dollar reserve currency status and US dollar supremacy and US dollar distribution, which is a very powerful, positive thing.
And so we heard there that the team at Chainlink understands the goal of stablecoins. They're going to play a massive role. Now, why do I say that, right? Let's take a look at this. Cross-chain golden record for stablecoins. And so cross-chain interoperability is going to be very important with stablecoins, especially if we see Meta launching their own, right? Or banks launching their own stablecoin. There may not be one stablecoin out there, right? We could have RLUSD, we could have other stablecoins that are created, especially once we get regulatory clarity. And it will be important to be able to move these from chain to chain. And so that is where Chainlink comes into play, right? We are starting to see a lot of adoption of the Chainlink technology. And this is where you may have a stablecoin on blockchain A and you want to move it to B. This is where you can utilize the Chainlink technology. Now, if you have been paying attention in the last couple of years, we are seeing Chainlink mentioned everywhere, right? In every single pilot test that is taking place, Chainlink is being utilized. We just had this report come out here that JP Morgan is utilizing Chainlink and Ondo Finance for their testing. We had Citi, BNP, BNY Mellon, and other banks that completed interoperability tests with Chainlink. This includes Swift as well. We have ANZ Bank from Australia that has tested Chainlink. This was back in September of 2024. We also have Bank of America that praises Chainlink, saying the main driver for DeFi's total volume locked growth to $203 billion. And so Chainlink is partnering with almost every single cryptocurrency out there. They just recently announced a partnership with Solana. And so we are seeing Chainlink being integrated into almost every single blockchain, right? And so they can be transferred from one blockchain to another using the CCIP technology. And so Ripple may buy Circle and they may dominate the stablecoin industry, right? They've been working with legislation in Congress to develop the bill. And so they could be very closely involved with the bill for the Genius Act. And then we have Chainlink here that is setting themselves up for the interoperability of stablecoins between different blockchains. And so both of these cryptocurrencies could have a massive impact on the cryptocurrency market. So let's go ahead and take a look back at the beginning of the video here. We had New York Stock Exchange, parent, ICE to explore new products with Circle stablecoin. So we know stablecoins are coming, right? We know the bill is going to be possibly passed by July or August. And then we can see that they want to start using this in the derivatives exchanges, clearinghouses, and other operations, right? Worth $730 trillion. DTCC, that processes $4 quadrillion of assets every single year, is looking into stablecoin adoption, and they have also done a pilot with Chainlink. And so, I definitely think it is worth paying attention to this, right? We would not see this type of adoption and integration with Chainlink if this technology was not going to be utilized, right? A lot of these stablecoins are going to have to be moved from different blockchains. And so if you enjoyed this video and found this information to be helpful, go ahead and share it with other friends and family. Let me know underneath the comment section what your thoughts are. Do you think these two cryptocurrencies will play a massive role in the stablecoin adoption? Thanks so much for watching and hope to see you in the next video.